recording, I just want to start off by saying that Kayla is seriously one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life, and it's really hard to explain why that is unless you know her. But she has this way of weaving herself into your soul, and I can't really explain how that happens, but it's almost instantaneous. Like, you meet her and then you feel like you've known her your whole life. And I think what it comes down to is that she makes every interaction, every moment, every shared experience, every conversation, she makes it count. It's always meaningful, it's always memorable, it's always emotional. And not always like sad emotional, but exciting, thrilling, exhilarating, something new, something you can always relate back to, something you can learn from. And she's that once in a lifetime person that once you meet her, you understand immediately. Like she's so charismatic, her energy is incredible, and she's just one of those people that just gets it. Like, it's hard to find people who get it, and she gets it. And now, because every memory that I've had with her has been so like vivid and emotionally exciting, emotionally driven, that when I become emotional, like specifically when I'm really, really happy, all I think about is I want to share this with Kayla. Like, I want to call her right away. I want to text her right away and be like, I feel so, so happy and amazing right now. Like, I am on top of the world, and I'm just so happy to be alive, and I'm so happy that I know you, and I'm so happy that, I have someone on this earth that I can share that joy with, that I can share this life with. And it's a very unique and it's unique and it's humbling, but it's also, it makes you feel like the blood pumping through your heart, like the sun on your skin. It's just when you just feel like, like, this is amazing. And I always think of Kayla. I can't explain why, but I'm so happy that I got to know her, and so many good experiences and so many good emotions. Okay, so now we can get into the questions, and the first one is, what was it like to hear that Kayla had cancer? And at first, I was shocked, and all I could think was like, no fucking way. Like, this is so unfair, because imagine the best person you know, and not just nice, like good. Like, there's a big difference between being nice and good, and she's a good person. And she's the best person I know, and she has cancer. And I know that, like, her family history of cancer has always been a struggle. Her dad's been battling cancer for years, and I don't want to say it's unfair, because it's unfair for anyone to get sick like that, but all I could think was like, this is just so unfair. My academic background was in molecular biology, so I have this scientific viewpoint on cancer that kind of makes it difficult to understand it from a personal or emotional standpoint. And finding out that Kayla had cancer really caused me to reevaluate how I thought about cancer. I always thought about it from like a textbook standpoint, or, a laboratory science standpoint. And it's just frustrating with that science mentality to understand what's going on in the body, and to understand what's going on in cancer cells, and then have someone battling that mutation, that disease. And I'm not sure that when I found out I knew what to do or what to think. And I think even now, like, I continue to reevaluate the way I think about cancer, the way I think about Kayla having cancer. So I guess, like, how did I feel? What was it like to find out that she had cancer? Confusing. Really confusing, because it just didn't add up, you know. Why was someone that I knew that was so amazing sick? You know, why? And, like, why her? And then also, you know, why scientifically, like, why don't we have answers for this? And, you know, both questions aren't really answerable and are very, very complicated. So I would say overall, just confusing. So confusing. Okay, so then for the second question, what if Kayla died? And it's honestly something I've unfortunately thought about before. And the most recent time was when I was abroad in Panama, and I was gonna be there for 4 months. And I remember one night she texted me and she told me that she had cancerous cells found in her ovaries, and that she was gonna have surgery to have the cancerous masses removed. And I remember I was just sitting there, and immediately through my mind is, rushing, like, what if this happens? What if it's bigger than they already know? What if, what if she's so sick she can't get better? And then it goes, what if she dies? And at that point in my thought process, I just think, like, you can't think about it. And for me specifically, not being able to be there, and, like, not being able to, like, what if it happens so quickly? Like, what if I can't be there? Get to this roadblock in my mind where I'm like, she can't die. And I know that's, like, there's no control. We can't control ultimately what happens. We can do our best to treat diseases, do our best to treat cancer, and sometimes it's out of our control, but she could die. And if she did, like I said, like, she has this way of weaving herself into your soul. Like, if she were to die, I think that it would, like, take out a part of me. Like, I can't imagine it. I just, like, doesn't seem right. I can't get past that mental block that I just don't think that the world could, like, she uplifts so many people but the world just can't go on like, without her. That's kind of like how I feel about it. What was your one wish for Kayla when you found out that she had cancer? And I think just get rid of it. Make it something that she can recover from, not just physically but emotionally, mentally, you know, something that she can come, a process that she can come out of as not just herself, but better than she was before. And, you know, I think that Kayla herself is capable of pretty much anything. Anything that she puts her mind to, she can do. She can do anything. And, you know, like, to not let it get the best of her, and, you know, that for her to stay strong, because if she stays strong, she can do anything. She can beat this. She can win. So overall, I think what I really wished for was for her to have the strength, the endurance, you know, not just the strength, endurance, because cancer is a long, long battle. Just to have the endurance to stay true to herself, to remain as the strong woman that I've known her to be. That's how she's gonna win. That's how she's gonna beat this, is, you know, her attitude and her strength.